Hello and welcome to the first edition of Behind the Curtain with Gio Battaglia. I am your host, Gio Battaglia, current digital content producer, former on-air reporter with News 8. I'm happy to be back in front of the camera and delivering what I love, which is celebrity interviews. I've done a few on air and I'm excited to bring them to this incredible Rochester First streaming app. And I always say you got to start with a bang and go out with a bang. And I feel like this is a sense of adding a new element, returning with a bang. The George Eastman House gives out many awards throughout the years, and this year they are spotlighting a certain celebrity's contributions to the art of cinema. Last year we saw Goldie Hawn receive this award. Natalie Kuchko did a fantastic story showcasing what Goldie Hawn's work has done for the nation, film lovers, all different types of people. And this year they are celebrating that with the works of Rita Moreno. Now, this is happening at the end of October. There'll be a big ceremony where Moreno will accept the award. But ahead of that, we have the chance to actually speak with Moreno. I'm going to bring her on right now. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. How does it feel to receive this award, and what does it mean to you?
First of all, just when I thought, okay, I received my last recognition, whatever that was. Oh, Harvard was the last one with the diploma. Then this comes along, and I'm astonished. I'm thrilled. I'm tickled pink. I didn't even know there was a George Eastman award, so I'm really, really excited. I want to see the museum. My daughter's coming. My family's coming. Her husband and my grandson. And we're going to make the most of it. And, see, I assume they have a museum. Is it in the mansion?
Yes.
Wow.
And as a Rochesterian, I've born and raised here, it is just raved about entirely. Everyone absolutely loves it. So it's definitely worth the hype and will live up to those expectations.
That's fantastic. I really am excited about it. And the fact
So,
that they're picking us up and flying us there absolutely kills me. It's just so much fun. We're going
oh,
to take
well, I
advantage,
can
and we're going to go to New York while we're there. I mean, what the hell? We're not taking the trip back, and on our dime, we're coming back on our dime. But
Nice. That's the way to do it.
just one play, that kind of thing. We're going to go to one fabulous restaurant, and I could not be happier.
So we've seen the story of West Side Story kind of reinvent itself for the new modern age. We had the remake just a few years ago that you actually got to be a part of. How does it feel to kind of see these two generations merge and, you get that recognition for both of them?
Would ever have guessed that I would be in the second West Side Story? Who on earth? But it was Tony Kushner who wrote the play. Yep, Angels in America. I'm saying this not for your benefit, but for whoever's listening.
Sure.
And it was his idea to have this wonderful lady be Doc's widow. And Doc was, of course, the fellow who ran the candy store where the Jets hung out. And but I mean, this has long legs. This movie, it's astonishing. It's wonderful. Uh, so I can only tell you that I'm very excited. I did not know that there was a George Eastman award to be had. We are so looking forward. We all want to see the museum and we want to see the outlying areas. I've never been to Rochester.
That was my next question.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm hopeful that some leaves will be starting to turn. A little early, but I hope. What's
I
the
think
weather like there right now? Do you know?
yeah, we're looking good. We got 75, 78 this week. It's been a pretty beautiful week, but I think by the time you get down here, you'll have that fall foliage.
Oh God, I would love that. One of the things that my daughter and I have done for her birthdays in the last several years is to go to Boston, rent a car, and literally see the leaves turning. It's one of my favorite things ever. That's meant to be her birthday present.
Aw.
So this year, when we're done with the Eastman ceremonies, we're gonna rent a car and look around a little bit.
You'll be in the perfect place to do so. It's always so
I know, and we're Easterners anyway. I don't know if you know that, but we're
beautiful. Hmm.
New York. So one of our favorite things always has been to go to those state cities where the leaves are turning. And her last birthday last year was just that. And we've done that several times. So now it's kind of terrific that we're actually going to get to do that again in a small way, and then go on to New York to see one play, one fancy dinner, and then home, James. We're very excited, very.
I know. How can you not be?
Grandson's my grandson's coming, and his girlfriend's coming with him, so it's going to be a family affair. I'm so
Oh,
happy.
how nice. We talk about West Side Story and we kind of use that as a spotlight, but what's another role that you take this award with?
I always think about The King and I. That was a gorgeous, gorgeous movie. And I loved playing the part of Tup Tim. And did you ever see the film? It's amazing.
Of course.
Oh, because I was going to say, if you haven't, you know what? It's worth seeing again. It's
Hmm.
so good. And the Small House of Uncle Thomas, that production number that we did was so amazing.
Yes.
And Jerome Robbins did the choreography, and he was nothing less than a genius of choreography. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. And I love to see it once in a while when it's playing on TV somewhere. I will stop everything, sit down and watch it because it was a brilliant, brilliant movie, gorgeously done. And it was Jerome Robbins' first film as a choreographer. The
Wow.
second
What a
one was
success.
the second one was West Side Story. So pretty nice.
What is that like for you when you're scrolling through the guide and you see some titles that you were in and you say, I'll throw it on. What's that like for you and what's your reaction when you see them? What do you do?
Uh, it depends on the movie. I would see I would see West Side Story again, and I would see The King and I again. I don't know about any others, but those are really it's pretty fabulous to have a connection with two such really fine musicals. I loved it. I loved doing it. I loved being with Yul Brynner, who was a very funny fellow, and Deborah Carr, who befriended me, and she did something that was absolutely hilarious. It was very personal. She took a real liking to me, and every once in a while, I would hear Rita from her dressing room, and I'd go there, and I would know what was going to happen. I would come into her dressing room, and she would show me her panties because they always had a writing in them, things like heavens above and all that kind of stuff, which I thought was hilarious. She loved naughty sayings on her underwear. Whenever I'd hear Rita, I go, oh, got a new pair.
When you hear that you're going to be receiving a legacy award like this and you start to think about all the roles you've done, what is that legacy? What is that impact, lasting impact you want to have?
Well, I think probably the most important thing to settle on is that I am Puerto Rican born. I come from another country. I come from a Hispanic country where we speak Spanish. And that makes me very special and very different in a way. So, each and every time that something wonderful has come up, like this is astonishing, I didn't even know that such a thing existed. When this something like that comes up, I am just beside myself. I'm very excited. I've asked for a schedule of when this is actually happening. Is it a theater? Uh, there's a dinner. Is how do I dress for that? Is it a cocktail kind of thing? I'm choosing clothing to wear, outfits to wear, and I'm really excited about it. I'm delighted. My daughter is just beyond excited. My family is excited, and I'm so happy that they're part of this.
You've mentioned family a few times. You seem to have a close relationship with all of them. How important was that when you were at the peak of your career, West Side Story, The King and I? And how did having that close knit family kind of keep you grounded?
Well, I think what keeps you grounded is the reality of being part of a family. It isn't just show, it's rarely, if ever, showbiz. So, as far as my daughter's concerned, I'm mom. It used to be mommy, now it's mom. She's a grown woman. And we have a fabulous relationship. And I understand that we're extremely lucky because a lot of mothers and daughters, I didn't know this. She told me this, don't get along too well. I didn't know that. Apparently there's a apparently there's a lot of competition and all that kind of stuff, which is surprising to me. It never occurred to me that I would compete with my daughter or that she would compete with me.
Sure.
Just two very different people in that respect.
With some of the things that you might talk about when you accept the award, how might themes of rejection and things like that kind of come into play with your acceptance speech?
I think it's important for people to know because really they don't. It's important for them to know that this has been a very difficult road in terms of advancing myself. I actually believe that I never had the career that I deserved, that I feel I earned because of my nationality. It's not as though I look extremely exotic. I don't. That's the Spanish part of my heritage. My grandmother was a Spaniard, which is where I get, the fairer skin, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's very important to remind people without making anyone feel in any way guilty, because that's a possibility. You don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Really want to show how grateful you are that you're still getting awards. My God, that's insane. I honestly believed that that had been the last one had been it. I mean, I said, there can't be another one. And along comes this one, and I'm saying, oh, for Pete's sake, how wonderful. I love it. I love being in the position. I love picking a gown to wear and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be so delightful. I cannot wait. And as I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but I really look forward to seeing looking through the museum. It must be
Mhm.
amazing. Looking forward. That's all I can tell you. I cannot wait for that airplane. And the my grandson is just beside himself. He's going on a private jet. I remember when that happened with my daughter Fernanda, which was only about 2 years ago. And she's, oh my God. We were in the car and they led us onto the tarmac in the car. And she says, we're on the tarmac. My God, we're on a tarmac. I've never been. She was beside herself.
Aw.
And it was kind of fun because I've done it before. So, I'm a little bit, I'm not jaded, but I have done it before for other events. And that was fun. I can't wait I want to sit with my grandson, who's now in his middle 20s, and watch his face. He's just, he's just going to be smiling from ear to ear. I know it.
Aw. That's the real award. That's the real reward.
so on the money with that. Those are the real awards. Yeah.
Well, we are looking forward to it as well. Rita Moreno, thank you so much for joining us tonight. October 25th, that is when Rita Moreno will join us at the George Eastman House to accept that Contributions to Art and Cinema Award. We have all the latest details over on our website, that's rochesterfirst.com, as well as a ticket link. Welcome back. Well, after that incredible conversation with the legendary Rita Moreno, we're shifting gears to something a little more contemporary, but no less entertaining. Up next, we're joined by one of the sharpest, funniest comedians in the game today, Sam Morril. As part of his Errors tour, Sam's been taking audiences on a hilarious ride through life's awkward moments and personal missteps. I had the chance to chat with him about the tour, his comedy, and what's next. And here's my conversation with Sam. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk with me this morning. We're excited for your Rochester stop.
Oh, me too. I like rock. It's gonna be good.
Have you performed here before?
Many times.
What
Yeah.
keeps you coming back?
Um, the dumpster plate, what is it called again? Is that
Garbage plate.
garbage plate? Yeah, I like that. No, I like there's a cool diner there I liked it. There's like that little boxcar diner, that was a good one. The Jamaican coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, good crowds. Fortunately, people come out to see me there. So I also picked one at like the 1 month that you guys probably have nice weather out there. So
Yes.
if I
Right now
double my attendance, who knows? I mean, it might ruin everything.
we're in high 70s, low 80s still. We're rocking summer still, so you're coming at that perfect time before we're hit hard. So we got to talk about the title of this tour before we get into what you are talking about on it. I don't know if you can see her head popping out from behind me here, but tell me how the Errors tour came to be the title and what this tour entails.
Um, just really hoping that people, they could bring their girlfriend or something and be like, I got you tickets to the Eras tour, and they'll be so happy. And then they show up and it's me. I think the look of disappointment will be kind of fun. So
How do you decide what material makes it onto these new tours? Does anything get scrapped, even if it's
shows like
kills
these,
on Zoom?
honestly, if I do a show like this, that'll help me decide. You just figure it out. You just kind of work it out. You're like, if it's killing in Rochester, if it's killing in, Raleigh, if it's killing in San Francisco, you kind of take it everywhere. And if it works, then that's how you kind of figure out the special. You're
Nice.
you're editing on the go. Your focus test is a comic, so.
Yeah. And it comes after your successful Amazon Prime special, You've Changed. So, how has your approach to stand up kind of evolved over the years from your first special to this
Well,
new
who the
one?
hell knows if that special was successful? I mean, it was successful getting on air, but they don't give you like real numbers, so it could have been a huge bomb. Might have been a huge bomb, but I don't know if anyone watches Amazon, to be honest.
Do you
I rent
join?
movies on there sometimes, but I don't like. I mean, how many things do people want? I mean, maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah, concert films or comedian specials like that I normally tune into, but Prime
Yeah.
original movies or anything like that, I haven't really tapped into those much. So it's got to be
Like,
celebrity centered for me to tune in.
all right, all right.
Circling back to coming to Rochester, I know some comedians tailor jokes to specific cities. Do you do that in your work at all, or kind of just let it flow?
No, I mean, look, some of you might want to open with something for Rochester, but other than that, it's like, it's got to kind of working to build something. So I'm still old school like that. I'm trying to make a thing, I'm trying to build a thing.
And how do you tie in your sports coverage with everything that you've done over the years? How does that cross over into your comedy?
Um, I just, I guess I just like sports. I don't know if it really has anything to do with my stand up. I mean, I did a Magic Johnson joke years ago. I did a couple Knicks jokes, but like, yeah, I don't really stand up. You kind of want the stand up to be for everybody. So I understand that not everybody likes sports. I could probably use a few more women in my shows. So I probably sometimes I'm like, maybe I should dial these back. I don't know. I don't do a ton of sports stuff on stage,
Makes
but I
sense.
like sports, so I can talk. If someone's like, let's talk sports, I'm like, I could talk. I could talk sports for sure.
Yeah, makes sense. Is there any big challenges that you faced while touring over the last year, or has it been a smooth ride?
Challenges. I mean, like sometimes you get like an ulcer or an STD. Other than that, other than that, you're good. I'm good.
Any funny or unexpected moments? Maybe not in that vein.
Touring. Geez, I've had some weird ones touring. Yeah, I mean, in my life, I remember a guy took a pint glass to my head in Vermont once because
Oh my gosh.
something was wrong with him. Yeah, so you get like, I don't know if that's funny. I made it funny later, but
Definitely unexpected.
yeah, I mean, all kinds of stuff will happen. There's always some curveball. I was on a flight to Rochester once. I swear to God, I thought I was going to go down. I hate that. I hate those little ass planes from New York City to Rochester. They're so damn small. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure.
I do. I take the train.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I should. Jeez.
And just I know you asked at the beginning, but what do you hope fans get out of the Errors tour when they come to see the show?
I hope they just forget their problems for a day, and or not for a day, maybe for like an hour. I don't know if it'll last the whole day, but hopefully it'll take your mind off uh, your stress and your problems.
Talk a little bit more about your technique. I know we touched on it a little, but do you find yourself revisiting themes or trying to reinvent your voice? Do you get personal at all?
My technique is usually two fingers, and then it's a joke. My technique is jokes and just yeah. I mean, yeah, it's usually the same theme. It's like if you look at all my hours, it's a lot of jokes and then usually like one or two longer stories. That's kind of the structure always because I feel like you got to earn the attention with short jokes and then go to the long bits. I think you got to come out swinging a little bit, and then the audience will reward you more with all right, I'll
Yeah.
go somewhere with you. And I truly, my audience would probably reward me out of the gate with a story, but when you're making something that's for everybody and maybe hoping to attract new people, that's I think a structure that is a good formula for me. But again, who knows? You don't know. Specials might be dead. I mean, it might be over. It might be like all clips now. I don't know.
I think those were all my questions. Anything else you want fans to know before they come to the stop?
No, 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 no. I'm good.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you. We're looking forward to it. Comedy at the Carlson. Thank you, Sam.
Too. Thank you. Nice talking with you.
You as well. Sam Morril spends 3 nights at Comedy at the Carlson starting this Thursday. We have ticket information over on rochesterfirst.com, along with the tickets for Rita Moreno's acceptance of the George Eastman Award for contributions to the art of cinema. Thank you for tuning into the first episode of Behind the Curtain. Next week, we are all TV focused. We'll see you then. Take care.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.